Okay, so we've seen blood moons before in the tetrads. What makes this very significant, as I've stated before in the recent report, is that this could be possibly the sixth seal uh, blood moon. So we have a lot of anticipation awaiting us. So this is going to be a total lunar eclipse, also a super blood moon. I mean, this is just amazing. And I did this report because we are not going to be online until after we see it. I mean, we have to see it. Everybody has to be watching for this. Um, this event could lead us home. I hope. So, but like I said earlier in a report about the sixth seal, uh, according to Revelation 6:12, I think, and I've heard this from other watchmen on the wall, that this could be a warning to Israel. Now, a warning to Israel is quite, it, it makes a little sense to some extent, but being as that um, the last generation is uh, 73 years, uh, we're looking at this blood moon as the generation that will not pass till all these things are fulfilled. So, there's a couple things at play. As I stated, I just want to summarize for a second here. This could be a couple things. It could be the sixth seal. It could be not. It could be just a warning to Israel. So, when I do these reports, I want to give you the best information possible. Now, there's a link that goes into detail about where it will travel, the moon, that is. And just to summarize real quickly, it will be traveling beneath South America, so you're going to look south. If you have a telescope that's high powered, you're going to get a great view. So hopefully it's not too cloudy and you'll be able to get a good view of this total lunar eclipse. Now, I wanted to say one thing about looking for this sign. It says in the Bible there'll be a sign in the heavens, and then before the great and terrible day of the Lord. You know, I had mentioned this in my report with the sixth seal. If you hadn't seen that video, please do. Okay. Now, when the people of Shanghai said that in 7 days there's going to be an earthquake because of the blood red sky, if this is true, let's just assume for a second that there's an earthquake, a great earthquake, then that would make Revelation 6:12 come to pass in fulfillment. I'm not saying I want to see this great earthquake happen because millions of people would die and it would be a terrible thing. But this is an omen. And remember, blood red moons, I don't know if that sounded right, but they usually are harbingers or omens. So I said this in that video earlier, not to sound like I'm repeating myself, but I just want to go over this real quickly. It would be fulfillment of Revelation 6:12. So, before the great and terrible day of the Lord, there's fulfillment. And then the Lord would appear. So I have a lot of, I have to say, I wonder if this is going to happen. And I think a lot of watchmen on the wall believe it too. Let's just say, I think there's a lot of possibilities of this possibly happening, that it's just a strong sense that, let's just say for the persons that don't believe, it would be really, really hard to be an unbeliever. It takes more to be an unbeliever than it is to be a believer. All right, thank you for listening to my report.